Today we're going to look at, for the first two games, how the Lakers defense has chosen to match up against the Denver offense. In particular, focusing on Jokic on offense and what he provides and how the Lakers try to counter him. We're going to look at three specific instances. One, when the Lakers have doubled him. Two, when it's just been AD versus Jokic. And three, when AD has been off the ball, and see the pros and cons of each of them. First thing we're going to look at is when the Lakers decided to double. This happened only a couple times in both games. However, we can see pretty aggressive net negative effect. So the first thing is Schroeder comes to help. When Schroeder comes, that means Jamal Murray is open, where Jamal Murray misses a layup at the rim, but still gets a good look. Situation number two, similar situation. Jokic gets the ball in the post. Nearest defender comes to double, leaving a wide open kick out three and or a great cut and great find by Jokic. Okay, we are now jumping ahead to game two. We're looking at almost the exact same action. We see Joker gets the ball one-on-one with AD. Nearest defender goes to double. Lakers do not rotate. Wide open, kick out three. Okay, our last instance of doubling coming here. AD's on Joker. Schroeder comes to help. Denver has great spacing, moves the ball around, pass, open three. So while these plays didn't end up with the greatest net result, the fact that they were getting either open layups or open threes is a pretty good indicator that doubling is probably not the way to go for the Lakers if they want good defensive efficiency. We switched to area number two, which is when AD is guarding Jokic one-on-one. So I think this is more of a net neutral. However, I do think it still provides a lot of limitations for the Lakers. One of the big ones is because Jokic is such a good passer, it creates opportunities because AD is not there to guard the rim. So there are passes essentially you can slip to the rim and you no longer have a rim protector for the Lakers so Denver can get an open layup or whatever. This also follows with creating help where it doesn't need to help. So if AD was a rim protector in this situation, you wouldn't need to help off the near side corner, which is almost always going to be a bad situation. But because AD's not there, because AD's on the perimeter with Jokic, it means that Hachimura feels like he's got to stop the layup, which leads to an open corner three against a good shooter, which is almost always going to be a bad situation for the Lakers. So the beauty of it is just that Jokic is so good that not only do you have to respect his passing, but you also have to respect him as a driver and a finisher, which even like if AD, who's a very athletic defender, gets off balance a little bit, Jokic can take advantage either going by you or using his force, like in his size, just to back him down, which is just what makes Jokic such a good player in his own right, is that AD is an elite defender and Jokic is still able to score at a decently efficient clip. And then the biggest area is because Jokic represents an outside threat, AD has to respect him on the perimeter as well. So then we look at what I believe is the most crucial area for AD, and that's where AD should be guarding either Gordon or Green. So this is one where it kind of incidentally happens, but AD ends up guarding Gordon, is able to protect the rim, and use his athletic ability to have a great defensive possession for the Lakers. This is example number two. Again, this is in the first quarter of game two. While this does end up being an open three, it's from a person, Green, in that they're allowing to shoot that three and they're willing to give that up for the Lakers. They think that's an advantage for them. And so while we only saw this a couple of times in game one, we saw this over and over in game two. And so then the question is, if this is so efficient, as we can see AD again guarding Green, able to protect the rim, that leads to good defense. So why did the Lakers not win game two? And so I think the answer is pretty clear that while it was a good game, with 8 minutes to go in the game here, Denver and Jamal Murray go absolutely off. And when you can have 4 possessions in a row we're going to look at here, where you have semi-contested threes, but you just absolutely drill them, it makes a 1-point game. Well, it makes a 1-point game go to a 12-point game or more real fast when you have Murray, Brown, and I believe Porter Jr. hits the last one. This was literally 4 possessions back-to-back from 7 minutes till 5 minutes. Like, it's tough to come back from that. But that being said, going into future games, I think this bodes really well for the competitiveness of this series. They've both been good games, and the fact that the Lakers held Denver to 85 points through midway through the fourth means that their defense adjustments was better in game number 2. And I anticipate seeing more of this in game number 3 and game number 4, and hopefully we'll get a game today as well. Have a great rest of your day.